Okay, hey folks, going into generator room. This one actually holds the orange gem for our orange marsupials. So hopefully we get this. Now this is actually, I've restarted the recording because I did lose a couple of lives in this. But we didn't get very far. In fact, the first life was lost on that sort of first jump. And my second attempt, I made it up to here. So, yeah. But just so that you're not having to watch essentially a useless bit. I'm gonna leave these. So, yeah, because this has a colour gem, you do need to get all of the crates without losing a life. That platform does fall after a while. That's why I sort of. It does take a while for it to fall, but that's why I was being a bit panicky there. But yeah, this is quite a funky level. Quite especially in the PS1 version, I think. It did have a. It's sort of like a temple ruin kind of level, but mechanized, right? It does get pretty freaky. It sort of loses that essence, I think, in this version. But I mean, it's still a really good version of the level. But yeah, it's just something about the PS1 version. If you ever go back to it, do, because I think it's sort of pitch black. You've got these weird Cortex faces staring at you from the screen that don't have the sort of letter N on its forehead, so I don't know, it's just a bit curious. Okay, mask, don't mind if I do. But yeah, I would say this level can be a bit difficult. Especially in the Insane Trilogy, then this is one of the few levels that we do have to go through. One of 6 levels that we have to go through without losing any lives. Almost messed up there. I seem to remember this one not being too bad to get the Platinum Relic on, but I also seem to recall it took me quite a while to actually get through the level whilst trying to rush. I'm doing alright with those kinds of crates, aren't they? Where it's sort of like a TNT stacked on. Okay, we're coming up to the end now. So I like to stay at like the right hand side, and then as I'm jumping, gives me a bit of leeway to actually land on the platform. Luckily these ones aren't the heated versions of the platform. There we go. Here we get introduced to Pinstripe and our gem. Don't mind if I do. Right, so I mentioned this in the last part, although I probably didn't explain it too well, but we're gonna get this gem, and then we're gonna go into toxic waste and get the blue gem. Now this level I do find pretty tough, to be fair. Luckily we've got a mask, but again we have to get through it without losing a life. It is a short level, but again, this was one of the levels that I found really, really difficult as a kid. So we'll see how we get through it. But luckily, I think there's a few quality of life things that this game adds, including sort of like these marks where. So later on, we're gonna get these bouncing barrels. I always find it a little difficult to judge. And it's only through like going through the game so many times that I actually get used to where they're supposed to land. And it's quite a short level, really, but it's always one of those levels that I felt a sense of relief when I got to the end of it. Again, it seems fairly straightforward as I'm going through it, so I've no idea what I was worried about. But hey, if any of you guys had any difficulty with this level, just know that you weren't alone. Okay. Yeah, you can sort of see these little markings on this map, sort of indicates where these bouncing barrels are landing. So at least you've got that. Now the first set, the bouncing barrels come after every 2 of these. Ooh. We can keep our Aku mask throughout. But yeah, for this final one, you pretty much exclusively throws the bounces at you. Yep. Now hopefully we don't lose our Aku mask in this bonus stage. Let's see. Okay, that one wasn't too bad. Okay, luckily it starts you off where you're not going to get affected by it. Here we go. Good of you. Awesome. Okay, so I'm glad we got those. Oh, we did Toxic Waste in one go. And yeah, that's going to give us access to not only Cortex power, but Jungle Rolling Stones. We're not going to do Pinstripe just yet, but we're going to do some backtracking, so I'll catch you for the next part. Catch you then.